Good morning. Two-time PGA champion Rory McIlroy joins us now at the 107th PGA Championship. Rory, welcome to your 17th PGA Championship. Been a memorable year for you so far, to say the least. How are you feeling heading into this week at a place where you've had quite a bit of success?
Still a lot of golf left to play this year, so I'm excited for the journey ahead. Looking forward to this week.
Last time you saw us, it was the greatest exhale in golf history, Rory winning at the Masters. And so I think today we're gonna find out, Rory, where are you going now? What is the new expectation? He's been given a gift from the golf gods, the wettest golf course and the best golf course he's ever played at, Quail Hollow. So I wanna find out okay, what is the next step? What is the next thing on Rory's list? Is there a box that is unchecked? And he's got to press it right now, so we're gonna go find out.
Now that you've done the Grand Slam, do you have another North Star ambition, one grand target which is motivating your career from here?
Not necessarily. I think everyone saw how hard having a North Star is and being able to get over the line. As I said at the start of this press conference, if I can just try to get the best out of myself each and every week, I know what my abilities are. I know the golf that I can play, and if I keep turning up and just trying to do that each and every week, especially in these 4 big ones a year, I know that I'll have my chances.
The place is soaked, absolutely soaked, and they're grinding to get it into shape for tomorrow. What I found yesterday though is that big bomber mentality. It's just so obvious. I don't like when golf courses and tournaments become so obvious, but I went out and watched this hole. It was Russell Henley playing alongside Bryson DeChambeau. Russ Henley hits this low cutting driver to right here. And he's playing with Bryson DeChambeau, of course. And Bryson hit it into the air about as far as you possibly could. It takes me a long time to get as far as he hit it. Way up to here. I mean, we're talking a 50-yard, 60-yard difference. And if you want an idea of how this tournament's gonna play out, at least on Thursday and Friday, that 50 to 60 yards is gonna be everything.
I'm with you. I really like it. And I'm used to.
AD.
Yo.
Ton of 9 woods, 7 woods, and it's not just now. It's been happening for a while. But this truck kind of started that trend, right? So tell me specifically, what is it about? What benefits are guys getting out of these heads? Because I'm noticing it doesn't really necessarily adapt to faster, slower players. It's kind of fast players are putting them in play.
Yeah, they're kind of so. I would say for the majority, a 9 wood can replace a 3 or a 4 iron.
Okay.
A 7 wood, a 3 iron, and maybe get a little more out of it.
Okay.
The simple result is obviously higher launch with more spin.
But getting further, since the ball speeds up, so they're hitting it further with more spin and more launch.
Exactly right.
Okay.
So if you're looking at someone who's trying to be more aggressive on a golf course, where you're talking about off the fairway into par 5s, the greens are really firm out here. And I was out there yesterday with Scotty and Colin.
Right.
And they, even with all the rain, you could see that the greens had a bounce in them.
Right.
So really, that's kind of rule number 1. Rule number 2 would be, out of the rough.
Okay.
So you can, out of the rough, out of a tough lie, I would say a 9 wood or a 7 wood would outperform a long iron
12 times
100% of the time. So if you can advance a 7 wood 100 yards further than you can advance a 3 iron out of the rough.
Right.
That happens 2, 3, 4 times over the course of a tournament. You're you're in a better place.
The one thing that I've noticed, and I talked to Tommy a little bit about this, is there's like, and I use this term like raising the floor, and he said it's easier for him, like with a 9-wood, it's easier for him to get to, say, just for arbitrary number, like a 230 carry number. He's like, the thing is with the miss, I don't lose that much on the miss. Yeah. So like my miss with a 9-wood is 224, my miss with a 4-iron would be 219 or whatever.
That was, that was really what sold Colin.
Okay.
So he plays a CB 4-iron, or he plays a 774 iron. And if the air is quite heavy and cold, his miss hits, he can lose 10 to 12 yards on that easy. If it's a 220 club and all of a sudden you're hitting a 4-iron and it goes 208, that's a huge difference. That's a club difference. Yeah, that's a big difference. And when he was hitting the 9-wood and he would miss one, or he would slightly miss it, and he's looking up and he's only lost 2 or 3 yards.
Right.
Like that got him excited.
I'm gonna root for you from now on.
Thank you. Thanks, Terry. You're the sweet guy, Terry. This.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Bryson, I was just curious, why do you think Rory's had so much success here?
I do believe you have to have a lot of distance out here. Rory's a great driver of the golf ball, and his iron play is great too. I think it's a golf course that sets up for his shot shapes pretty well, and I think it sets up well for mine too. So we'll see. Maybe I do well, maybe I don't, but I'm certainly going to give it my all, and I know Rory is, and hopefully we can have another go at it again, like the Masters.
This soft, soaked course is going to play perfectly for guys who hit it long, hit it straight, and hit it high. Does anyone come to mind? Quail Hollow has been McIlroy's most favorite playground. He's won here 4 times. Bryson's skill set meshes perfectly with what this course asks of a one-dimensional skill set. So you might spend your weekend at Quail Hollow watching Scotty Scheffler win, or you might see exactly what you saw at the Masters. 2 of golf's most popular players locking horns once again and being the center of the golf universe.
Hopefully the weather clears up a little bit and the course can dry out a bit. But excited to tee it up in another PGA Championship and give myself another opportunity.
If I could only win one tournament the rest of my life, I'd pick this one for that reason. And obviously watching Rory win after giving it a try for a number of years was inspiring. You could tell he was it was a harder win than most of the time. He makes it look a lot easier, and so that obviously was on the forefront of his mind, and so something like that has not been done by many people, and there's a reason why. And but I'd love to throw my hat in the ring and give it a chance come the weekend this week.